Hello everybody, welcome once again to Comic Haul Wednesday. I'm Jason, and this is my weekly haul video where I share with you the books that I picked up this week. It's also a kind of like a little bit of a preview into what books will be coming up in my review video later this week. Let's get straight into things, and we start off with Earth 2, issue number 12. Really enjoying this book. At last we get to see Dr. Fate in action this issue. The thing I'm really enjoying the most about this issue is the Flash, Jay Garrick, and he's certainly become one of my favourite heroes, and certainly one of my favourite in the New 52. I don't know much about him pre-New 52, but the version of the Flash we see in this book, he to me typifies what a hero is that even when you're in over your head, that you still stand up and you do the right thing, and you try and make a difference. And to me that's really heroic. Some might say stupid, or I'd say really heroic. You know, even when he's over his head, he doesn't stop. And the way the story's gone in this issue, you had the guy Khalid who was destined to become Dr. Fate, but he was fighting that because he didn't like how it messed with his mind when he becomes Dr. Fate, and he was kind of scared of that. But he was inspired seeing how Jay Garrick handled himself. Even though he's over his head, he didn't stop him going in there and trying, and that inspired Khalid to sort of take on the mantle and become Dr. Fate. And I liked that part of the story, but I'm just really liking Jay Garrick, how Robertson writes him. Nicholas Scott's art in this book is also really good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. Looking forward to reading that. We then got Green Arrow, issue number 20. Lemire and Sorrentino doing a great job on this book. Every time I pick this book up and I look at the art, it reminds me I need to go and pick up I, Vampire, because I really want to see Sorrentino's art on that book as well. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. All the mysteries that are coming out and all the secrets. Yeah, it's a good book, and it's what I wanted in Green Arrow from the start. You know, and I'm glad. It might be only because of the TV show, but I'm so glad that at last they're doing my favourite DC hero justice. So looking forward. That will be the next book I read. I've read one of my comics already, but this definitely be the next one I read. We then got another Image number 1. This week it's 10 grand. Thankfully that's only the title and not the price. I've been out of my price range else. I like the premise of this book, so I decided to give it a go. I like Straczynski. A lot of his work that I've read I've enjoyed. Never heard of the artist Ben Temple-Smith. Never heard of him. But you know, I like the premise. This premise about this guy's this mob enforcer. Meets a woman, falls in love, decides he's gonna, you know, change his life, takes on one last job before giving up being an enforcer, but it goes wrong. He doesn't kill the guy he's supposed to kill. The guy comes back, kills him and his girlfriend. When they're dying, this angelic force comes and says he can't go with his girlfriend, that she's going to a different place to him, but that if he agrees to sort of help them, and they will bring him back to life. And every time he dies for, you know, a righteous cause, and when he dies he will get 5 minutes with his girlfriend before coming back again and having to do it all again. So it's kind of like Quantum Leap with angels. That's kind of the premise of the book, and I think that's quite an interesting premise. I think there's some good stuff they could do with that. So, you know, I thought I'd give the first issue a go. You can't always tell that much from the first issue. Sometimes you have to pick up a book for 2 or 3 issues before you can get a real taste of where this is going to go. But yeah, I thought definitely give this a go, because one of the things I love about Image is the whole how they will do very different books to what Marvel and DC put, or well, anybody else puts out. They really do some really different books, and I like that, you know, because it's really pushing the medium of comics, and that comics don't have to just be about superheroes, that you can tell so many stories in the comic book form. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that one. Next up we got Marvel, and we have Age of Ultron, issue number 7. Last issue, whoa, big stuff went down. Was really shocked how it ended. It's going to have big ramifications on the timeline, so it's going to be interesting seeing this issue how it's all going to play out, and looking at how all the heroes are different on the cover. I don't think it's going to play out good. Next up we have all new X-Men, issue number 11. One of the group has joined Cyclops' group. So you know, if you've been reading Uncanny X-Men, you already know which one did. But with this issue, we get to see it from the side of the all-new X-Men, because we didn't actually see how it all went down, how that character, what happened when that character said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with him now." So this is going to be interesting, and I'm really enjoying what Bendis has been doing with the X-Men books, and I think he's really been revitalized as a writer, moving from the Avengers books, and it just goes to show that sometimes it does you good to be able to go off and write different books and not be stuck on the same book all the time, because it's really come to this, and writing all these new characters, he's been doing some of his best stuff he's done in a long time, and I've really been enjoying these books. Next up we have Hawkeye, issue number 10. Last issue broke my heart, so I'm really looking forward to seeing who done the deed and why they did the deed. I can kind of guess the why, but it's the who I'm more intrigued by. The other thing I'm intrigued by is, since this comic began, it's been, for me, it's been the script, the great script, and the way he writes Clint Barton of Matt Fraction. It's been the art of David Haha, and it's been the colours of Matt Hollingsworth that have really made this book how good it's been. You know, it's all of them together. And even when you've took away the artist and put somebody different on, you've still had Matt Hollingsworth doing the same kind of colours, Fraction writing the same style of story. So it doesn't feel that different, you know, even though the art looks slightly different, it doesn't really affect it that much, because it still has the same kind of feel and vibe. This is the first issue where we're not going to have Hollingsworth on here. There's no David Aha. So we're going to find out how big a part of this book is Matt Fraction's script compared to what the other two people bring. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that this is going to be a really good a kind of example of how important all three have been to this book. So I'm looking forward to reading this one and seeing what it's like, and I'm hoping that they don't break my favourite book, because I've been loving that one. Next up we have Indestructible Hulk, issue number 7. Really been enjoying this book. Sleepy Reader made a good point when he was reviewing one of the previous issues about how we haven't really seen who this version of the Hulk is. We've seen a lot of Bruce Banner and we know who he is, but we don't know much about this version of the Hulk. And you know, I'm hoping that, you know, I think that was a really good point, and something I hadn't really picked up on, but when I sat and thought about it, I thought, you know, Sleepy Reader's got an excellent point. We haven't, and I'm hoping that Mark Waid will address that at some point, you know, and I'm sure he will. He's too good of a writer, surely not to. But last issue was the best yet, and I'm hoping we're going to get more of the same in here. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up we got Iron Man, issue number 9. And if you're not a fan of Greg Land, this is the issue for you, because the only Greg Land you'll get is the cover. Yeah, Greg Land just does the cover, and then that's it. Inside we've got Dale Eaglesham, who's doing the art inside. So if that's been the reason you've not been buying Iron Man, this is the issue to jump on and to try out. The story by Kieran Gillen has been getting stronger as the book's gone on. I thought The God Killer was a really good story, and I'm looking forward to where we're going to go with this. Still not 100% on having Iron Man in space. Maybe for like one story, yeah, but I'm not sure long term. I'm down with that. But either way, I'm enjoying this book, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of impact the new artist has on the book. Another book I'm enjoying is Red She-Hulk, issue number 65. The first 2 issues of this were a bit ropey, but then like the 3rd issue, I think it was issue 60, kind of it revealed to you what was going on, why Red She-Hulk was doing what she was doing, and it got pretty good, and it's been getting really good. You know, she's been outed by Captain America, so the whole world now know that Red She-Hulk is Betty Ross, and they're looking for her. Her and Machine Man are now fugitives trying to escape, while at the same time trying to avert the disaster that Red She-Hulk has been trying to avert from the start. So yeah, it's been a really good book. I've really been enjoying it, and it's one worth trying out. It's got the same kind of vibe that XFactor has, in where Peter David, my mind just went blank for a minute. Peter David had been left in XFactor with his own corner of the Marvel Universe, and just to get on with it. And it's very much the same thing in this book for Jeff Parker with the Red She-Hulk, and I'm really enjoying it. Plus, any book that's got Machine Man in, I just gotta love. Then this is the only book I've read so far, The Superior Spider-Man, issue number 9. I'm not going to reveal anything about it. I may have to do a separate review on it, because I may go too long to be part of my main review video, so it may be a separate review for this one. But yeah, I'm not going to reveal what I think of this one yet, but yeah, it's going to be controversial for some. We have Thanos Rising, issue number 2. Enjoyed issue 1. Let's see what we can do for issue 2. Can we keep the good roll going? And finally, we have XFactor, issue number 255. And I gotta say, we had the sad news this week. XFactor will be coming to a close. I think they said September. I'm sad about that, but at the same time, nothing can go forever. And at least Peter David, you know, had a good run on the book, and he's got to tell the stories he's wanted to tell. I don't know what the future holds, but the biggest compliment I can give to Peter David is he took a bunch of characters I didn't care about and made me love them and care about them and concerned what happens for them. And this story has just been brilliant. The stakes have been really high, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is gonna, either fallout of this is gonna go. But yeah, sad it's finishing, but I'm happy that Peter David's got to tell his story. So that's my books for this week. Thank you as always for watching my video and taking the time. Please, you know, if you're picking up any different books, or there's any books, you know, good books that you want to give a shout out to, please use the comments below. It'd be great to get a dialogue going between people, saying what books they're looking forward to this week, what books they're enjoying, and any comments on the books that I picked up. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm getting a bit closer all the time to 80. So thank you to everybody who's new subscribers. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to click that subscribe button. Always great to have more subscribers. Also, it's also great to feel appreciated. So if you enjoyed this video, or even if you disagree with my views but like the way that they're presented, please click the thumbs up button. It's great to know you're appreciated. It lasts so long, that good feeling, knowing that your work's been appreciated, yet it only takes a second to do. So please, if you liked it, give me the thumbs up. So yeah, I think that's everything. I'm going to go now. I will be back on Friday with my review video. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I've been Jason Ardra. This has been Comic Haul Wednesday. Bye for now.